Look at this distinguished gentleman. Look at the way he bends. So today I'm gonna be installing this. I think this is a car solution for sound deadening and vibration stuff. I'm not really familiar with this brand. There were some good reviews out there, so I bought it, but I cannot yet recommend it. But if you're looking for this, I think I got it from Amazon. They have great reviews over the internet. I don't usually trust the Amazon reviews. People cannot really tell you for sure. For instance, in this case, if I'm very objective, if this glue that comes in the back here is going to last a long time. They can say like, oh, I installed this and the installation went really well. It went really easy. So that is an experience review, so a user can tell you that, but they cannot tell me, for instance, how long that's going to take. Can this take humidity? How many dB can this actual attenuate? So there are all this very objective questions that I have that you cannot usually find reviews. They're like scientific reviews. If you read the spec sheet of those things, the manufacturers, they usually, not this one particularly, but all of them, they conduct all those testing in very controlled environments. So usually you don't have that controlled environment. So what I do, I usually try to test as much as I can for the application that I'll have. In this case, since this is going to be, I'm going to put this in the back here where all the water tanks are going to be. There will be a wall separating. It's going to be an aluminum wall. I think I spoke about this before, but there will be this aluminum wall separating the outside to the inside of the bus in this kind of water tank bay. I don't expect to have high humidity in this, but I'll be naive to think that there will be no transfer in humidity from the outside to the inside, because I cannot fully insulate. So what I did as a test, I glued this in two different pieces, one large, one small, in a sheet of aluminum, and I got this really wet and I let it dry, and then I got it wet again and kind of submerged in water for a full day, and then I took it out and I allowed this thing to dry. And the glue seemed to be holding really well, which it was expected. Those kinds of glue that they put on this thing, they are kind of like a type of oxidation glue, so they don't need, they're chemical thing. So they are gonna dry, and no matter what happens, that's not going to be water soluble. So that's what I'm hoping for, and I did some tests for this. Of course, I did not test this for 2, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years to see how this is going to hold up. But the sound and the vibration part of this, it's a user experience kind of thing. So for that reason, the reviews helped me a lot. I'm going full on this. Anyway, I have. This is a cover for the exhaust system that I made. I had to make this custom because in the past there was only a wall dividing this. The whole air conditioning of the bus, the original one, was here. And they did not care that the whole exhaust thing was exposed. For my application, this will be very important, and I don't want any of those fumes kind of mixing in with my water tank situation and all the elements that are going to be here. There will be a water heater here, propane water heater, that's going to have the exhaust going to the back of the bus. And so I created this aluminum shell because the top of this part here for the exhaust is open. So you need kind of like a little bit of a distance between the pipe that's going out and the actual fiberglass roof that I have. So it gets really hot. So you don't want that touching your fiberglass roof. So they do have kind of like 1.5 to 2 inches around this pipe, and it needs to be open. And there is this goes down to the engine bay, and there is like ways for the water or whatever gets in there and go away. So what I did, I insulated the outside of this whole thing, kind of trying to be as square as possible, but trying to also get as much space as I could to minimize how much space this thing can take. I was trying to like make this as small as possible, so I did that. And I try to make all the seams to be on the outside of this, because this is all held together by rivets. So outside of this, I installed this aluminum tape on the seams and on the edges. So to create like a kind of a vapor barrier. I'm mostly concerned about the fumes. And then I ran the bus, and before I could smell a lot the fumes coming into around this thing, and maybe some backflow that will happen in any occasion running this bus. And the smell was kind of strong after removing this wall. And then after installing all this and putting all this tape around, the smell disappeared. So I believe that I achieved what I was trying to achieve. I also put a lot of this aluminum tape on all the little holes that goes into this kind of like fake floor that divides the engine bay from this water tank room now. And try to cover all those little holes that will make those fumes kind of rise up. Later, I'm going to try to insulate as much as possible, because I have one hatch here, right down here, that goes into, so you can access the back of the engine. And there's another hatch in front of that one in the floor that you have access to the transmission. So those will have to be accessible for maintenance in the future, but at the same time, I'm going to try to insulate them as much as possible, so I don't have any of those fumes and even humidity and stuff that can kick back dirt and dust from the road that can kick back into this living area in the near future. So right now I'm preparing to start installing this material in here.